Manetti.com.
Limited pressings, too, by the way. Yeah. Once they're gone, they're gone.
That's right. It's like olive oil. Once the grapes are gone, it's over.
And trust me, his grapes are gone.
Yes, they are.
No, but there's also photos of Larry and some other stuff if you guys want to have them. And he personally autographs everyone. I make sure of that.
Absolutely, guys. You can also email us at are we doing the Manetti at crni.net, I think is the way we're doing it nowadays.
I have no idea.
I'm the one that should know. Manetti at crni.net.
Yes,
you can send us an email there. Of course, Facebook page, facebook.com/The Real Larry Manetti, guys.
So, we were talking about Dennis, and I know it's off the cuff, but Dennis did a movie called Last Rites of Joe May, and he sent me a copy, and it's fantastic.
Is it a good flick?
Yeah, so folks, if you have a
get
chance,
it on Netflix or something.
Yeah, buy it because it's really, really good.
He's excellent in it.
Yeah.
All right. Good buddy Dennis Farina. Guys, stick around. Our friend Carol Wells is going to be joining us on the show. We're taking your calls, answering your emails. Give us a call, 800-336-2225, 800-336-2225. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, folks. This is Larry Manetti, and many of you out there suffer from skin problems. Well, I've been telling you for months how to solve that problem. It's called Herpanicin. It's the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out. It gets rid of all kinds of acne on your back, your neck, your face, so you can feel and you could look like a movie star. Herpanicin is a natural supplement. It was created by Dr. Wayne Diamond and his staff, and trust me, this really works. I've been on these supplements for over a year now and never had a problem. There is no reason in the world to wake up and be afraid to look in the mirror. You trust Larry. Just try it. Call 888-467-4200. 888-467-4200. Shake it, baby. Shake it. Anytime I hear this, man, it brings me right back to the Hilton Hawaiian Village, Waikiki Beach Resort, the most beautiful hotel on this earth. And, baby, I'm going to tell you, this place has everything imaginable, the whitest beaches, and Diamond Head in the background. There's 22 lush tropical acres. And if you say that you're bored when you go to this hotel, you better see a psych, because there ain't no way that you can get bored here. There's 4 swimming pools, and I mean they're massive, and it's just awesome with waterfalls and whirlpools, 18 restaurants and lounges on the property. There's even a Hawaii 5-0 bar that I hang in. There's 90 shops and boutiques. They've got a luau every night. They've got Hawaiian-themed treatment, Madeira spas. My wife's doing a hula. That's it. Oh, my God. Friday night Polynesian dancers. They've got fireworks. And for the little guys, you got Camp Penguin. So if the little people want to have a place to go, and, they get ornery, this place is phenomenal. So that's it. I'm sticking to that story.
Well,
they
also, you should tell them they have beautiful catamaran cruises. They rent boogie boards, all kinds of stuff.
They even have a minor bird there with spats. No. Okay, that's enough.
Larry's getting a little ornery over here.
You got to try this place, folks. I mean it.
I'm taking the treadmill away from him.
And that's the home of Hawaii 5-0. So.
It's a great
Very
place.
Cool. Hilton Hawaiian Village, guys. Be sure to check it out, HiltonHawaiianVillage.com. Yeah. All right, Larry. That was a very good live read. One of my favorites yet. I got to say it. Carol Wells on the line right now, Larry.
Hey, Carol, how are you, honey?
I'm fine. I'm laughing about that cute commercial. It makes you want to go there.
Well, it's true, though. I mean, it's as close to heaven as you'll ever get.
Oh,
and I lived there when we did, Nancy and I lived there. We did Magnum PI. So, and I mean, it's still great, and they still welcome me. Unbelievable, but...
Oh, isn't that wonderful? I'm surprised you don't want to live there full time. It's so relaxing.
Well, I could. Don't tempt me.
Hi, Carol. This is Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. How are you today?
I'm well. I understand we have a wonderful mutual friend in Whitney.
Oh, aren't we lucky?
Yes.
I'm so jealous because she raves about your fantastic Thanksgiving dinners every year.
Oh,
Yeah.
And she says, well, I'm going over to the Manette's because that's where we go every Thanksgiving. And then she'll tell me about their fabulous meal. And I said, how do I get to know them? I want to have a meal like that.
well, you'll
Bring a
have to.
pocket full of hundreds. You,
Absolutely.
Well, if we do it this year, you are very welcome,
Oh, you're
Carol.
so cute. You know, when you have younger children, I usually had a full house of Thanksgiving. Now they're all growing up and going off and skiing. And I said, this isn't any fun
Yeah.
being by
Yeah.
yourself.
No, it's yeah.
that's
It's really hard to have an empty nest,
yeah.
isn't it?
Holidays alone is not right.
No.
But you know what? I've decided that when those things happen, because, you know, some holidays are all together and some they aren't, I just decided to go to the spa, get a massage, and thank God that I don't have to do everything that I did for so many years.
Sure, make me do it.
Well, Walt, you're invited next
That's
Thanksgiving.
so sweet of you. Well, I could bring something and help you.
Okay.
Sure, absolutely. It would be fun. It'd be
Bring
all
a
pleasure.
vacuum and a rag
Vacuum and,
and an apron, and we'll put you to work.
couple of dish towels.
There
Yeah,
you go. No, just bring your appetite and your smile.
Oh, yes, I've been friends with Whitney for a long time, as you all have, and I just think she and Tom are so dear.
They are. They're very sweet
Yeah,
people.
he's
love
my
you.
illustrious agent.
Now, I remember you. I know you don't remember me when you were doing National Velvet with Laurie Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And you played Edwina.
I did. And you
And-
know what's so amazing is some of those people that were great fans still are in contact.
Wow.
And, you know, they want to know what happened to Joey. And then, you know, Lori died.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Died about 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And they put a memorial page up for her. Well, she was always depressed. The poor thing was never happy. She
Oh,
always had a little problem. And she had a twin sister, but they were fraternal twins.
yeah.
So the twin sister was tall and blonde, and she always kind of felt like she was not as pretty or not as terrific. And here she was, this incredibly beautiful young girl.
Right, exactly.
You always wonder what people see when they look in the mirror.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, you've had quite a prolific career in your day. With starting with live TV, and you kept going and going.
Well, you know, it was fun because we were like pioneers. I remember being under contract at MGM when I was doing National Velvet. It was like the stepchild because everyone was still involved in movies, and they didn't really think that television was going to be anything important. And so we were kind of the second-class citizens until Universal, you know, came out that they had made so much money with their TV series, and then people started getting a little more interested in it. But when we started, it was all in black and white. Cause
Sure.
I did the Red Skelton show and
Well, I
Folk
see here
Time
you
and
did.
all that when we were in black and white, live television.
Yeah, I see you did Lux Video Theater, which I had done when I was a child.
Really, wasn't that great?
It was fabulous.
I mean, you know, it's like doing a Broadway show opening night. You could not make a mistake, and it didn't stop. It just kept going, and I loved that excitement of it.
Yeah, I did too. And I remember that I think there were 3 of us kids in this one particular show with Dewey Martin. And he went up and he was just having the worst time. And the kids, you know, cool and calm as kids are, nothing bothers you. You don't think like they do.
Right. Well, we didn't have that much responsibility. We just had to do our part.
Yeah.
And that was kind of wonderful. And when we got to go to school on the set, remember that?
Oh, I love that.
They would have us, you know, we basically just got to do our homework, and that was nice to do.
I know.
I think the
enjoyed.
nicest part was, too, is that being so young, I was 12 when I started, that all of the main big movie stars, I never realized they were so much older than I was, but they were like my idols, and I got to work with them and be with them, and when I was just a young girl, so I was like so impressionable at that age and just loved every minute of it.
Nate, can you remember any?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I did a movie for Heck Lancaster, which was Burt Lancaster's production company.
Right.
And he and Kirk Douglas had it together, and I worked for both of them. And I remember going in on my interview, and Burt Lancaster was so aggressive and sexy. I mean, I kind of was a little flirtatious, but I was a little afraid because I was kind of, naive, very naive, in fact. But I remember another time, Debbie Reynolds and I became friends, and I would go over to her house, and we would tap dance together all the time.
Oh.
And she had every movie star that, would come in and out of her house. And it was just one event after another that just kept my mouth open all the time.
Was she married to Eddie Fisher then?
No. At the first time I met her, she was married to Harry Carl.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when they bought that big house over there off of Whittier.
Yes.
And it was just, she always used to say such fun things to me. The first time I got a mink coat from my husband, and I took it into the MGM hairdressing department to show everybody, and she goes, "Well, Carol, darling, that's nice, but now you have to get an ermine gun, and you need to get a silver fox." And, she just shot down that I had one.
Hey, sweetheart, hang in there. We got to pause, but don't go away.
Hang in there, Carol Wells. We're going to take a brief break. Guys, give us a call, 800-336-2225, 800-336-2225.
Twang your magic twanger, Froggy. Aye. Hi, this is Larry Manetti. I played Rick on Magnum P.I. This winter, you've got to escape to Hawaii and stay at the Hilton Hawaiian Village Waikiki Beach Resort. Come lounge by your choice of 5 beautiful sparkling swimming pools. Surf or swim on Waikiki's whitest white sandy beach. Enjoy water sports at Duke Kahanamoku Lagoon. Visit the shops. Dine at any one of Hilton Hawaiian Village's favorite restaurants and watch awesome fireworks on Friday nights. Hilton Hawaiian Village is Waikiki's only true destination resort. With more of everything, folks, book today at HiltonHawaiianVillage.com or see your travel agency. And don't forget to say, Rick sent me.
Larry Manetti's favorite deli is Cavaretta's Italian Deli at 22045 Sherman Way in Canoga Park, California. Shop Cavaretta's Italian Deli for cold cuts, homemade cannolis, meatballs, lasagna, marinara sauce, and much, much more. Cavaretta's is open 7 days a week and has been voted the best sandwich shop by Fox 11 Television for 3 years in a row. Cavaretta's Deli in Canoga Park, the same owner, 28 years. Go to cavarettasdeli.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. Really? Yeah. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-704-6182, 800-704-6182.
Hi, I'm Larry Manetti from Magnum P.I. Remember me? I played Rick. And over the years, I've been asked so many times to republish my book, Aloha Magnum, which is a 5-star hit. Well, folks, I did it. If you want to see the behind-the-scenes episodes and all the naughty things that went on Magnum P.I., you go to the internet and punch up LarryManetti.com, and Aloha Magnum is there at your reach. I thank you for your loyalty. Take care, folks.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the PM Show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. On the line right now, guys, Carol Wells, and she's joining us for the next few minutes here, talking about her life and career, and a lot of things that we didn't know about you, Carol. Number one, I was not aware of your musical background. That's really kind of amazing to me.
Yeah, I was really quite fortunate because I sang very early in my career opera, and there were a lot of times that I could sing where I didn't, other people couldn't sing the material because, like, they didn't do Puccini's Massa di Gloria for 10 years in America because they didn't have a real coloratura. And so I was pretty fortunate that God gave me a wonderful voice. But you know what? Sometimes you're so stupid when you're young. I remember that Hank Mancini wanted me to sing a song for him. And Burt Baccarat and I were friends when he was married to Angie Dickinson. And so I went to sing a song for Hank, singing a song of Burt Baccarat's. And Henry looked at me when I finished, and he said, "Why the fuck did you sing that song?"
Whoa!
He says, "I know." He's just like that. He looked right at me and says, "Carol, why aren't you singing my song?" So he told me to come back and sing Whistling, which was his favorite song that Julie Andrews had sung. And the only song that was in that movie that she did about being a nurse in the war in England. And, you know, sometimes you do stupid things like that.
Oh, that's so funny.
And he looked at me just like, "Are you nuts?" But we had great times together, and I loved Buddy Rich. We would hang out a lot. You were good friends with Sinatra, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Very close.
So I had some wonderful times with Frank Sinatra. I met him when I was making the film Come Blow Your Horn, and I was just engaged at that time, so it got a lot of publicity, and Edith had made my wedding gown. And Sinatra was so kind to me. You know, Howard Koch introduced us to the producer, and he was always so polite and kind of fascinated by, you know, what we did, what our life was. And so since Dean Martin and Larry, my husband, were friends, they all became friends and used to play gin together, even though Frank didn't like to hang around so much doing that, but the other guys did. And then we would take them up we had airtime on a Learjet, and so we would go and take Joey Bishop or Dean up to Vegas sometimes for one of their shows. And it was a very glamorous time to be young and be in movies at
Absolutely.
that time.
I mean, Carol, that's the amazing thing is that nowadays we don't have that same glitz and glamour with movie stars. That was a time that is forever ingrained in our memories.
I was in Frank's plane once, and I was in there shaving, and a fly walked across the mirror. You know what he said to me?
What?
Well, that's one way of looking at it. Anyway, let's move on.
Just for the record, that's a Dean Martin
Yeah,
joke.
that's true.
Thank
I
you.
did it for
Very
Dennis.
Oh,
Very
that is
good.
so funny because this is the one thing that I just loved about all of the guys in the Rat Pack is that they had a whole nother language.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the thing that you had to learn what they were saying because if they didn't want people to know what they were saying, you know, they would say things like going into the vault or, you know, the jungle's getting into the jungle. And that, you know, would mean that they didn't like the people that were coming around the tables or let's go. And, you know, we all would say, let's go home. And then everybody would end up, just the ones that we wanted to come was up at the Polo Lounge, you know, at the Beverly Hills Hotel. So we just say we're going home. Everybody's going to go home. And that meant meet up at the Polo Lounge.
You know, everybody can hear this. Now, they're all going anybody you ditched are going to send poison pen letters.
Everyone's at the Polo Lounge right now. Yeah, they're driving up there.
Well, we ditched everybody at certain times of the night because, you know, they were very exclusive.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was thinking, I wish that I'd had more pictures of that, but, you know, they wouldn't allow pictures. They wouldn't allow cameras.
No.
And we used to be all the time, we'd stay down at Nick Hilton's house, and then we had our own house in Palm Springs, and Frank would have, you know, different people come to the parties, and you just, you know, one time I remember that, I think I told you, the catering truck that brought Angie in so nobody would see.
Wow.
Because the president was coming. And then we just had all these wonderful, exciting things going on, but no one was allowed to take a picture because so many people didn't have their wives with them.
Oh, boy.
Carol, I hate to do this to you, but we're all out of time. And you know what, honey? We'd love to have you come back again.
Absolutely.
Oh, Oh, thank you. You all are so charming. I'd just like to say real quick, if anyone wants to buy my new book, Amberella.
Oh,
they
yeah.
can go
Tell
to
us where.
carolwells.com, or it's on Amazon. And it's called Amberella with an A.
Oh, great. Well, thank you for that, honey.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see you all again.
Oh, thank you so much. Guys, be sure to check out the new
Thanks,
book,
Carol.
Amberella, at carolwells.com or at amazon.com. All the big book resellers will have it. Carol Wells, thank you so much for taking time to join us.
You're welcome. Thank
Thanks,
you.
honey. Bye.
Bye, Nancy. Nice talking to you, too.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Attention business owners. Did you know that over 50% of people who search for a local business are doing it on their mobile device? If your business doesn't have a website designed for mobile viewing, then you're missing out on a huge amount of new customers. The good news is that ABI Hosting is now giving away a free mobile website with every annual business plan. That's right. Sign up with ABI today, and we'll include a mobile version of your website absolutely for free. This doesn't replace your current website. It's an additional version optimized for mobile viewing that you can also edit and further customize. It's loaded with high-tech features, including click-to-map and the popular click-to-call feature, which makes it even easier for mobile users to find you.
Is this item in stock?
I'd like to make a reservation.
To learn more, call now.
1-800-769-0887. That's 1-800-769-0887. Get your free mobile website now. Again, 1-800-769-0887. That's 1-800-769-0887.
Hi, folks. This is Fred Dreyer for Regenix. Like so many people today, I was losing my hair. I was literally watching it fall out, jumping right off the top of my head. So I said, that's it, enough. I called Regenix. I still remember that first day I walked through those doors. It was magical. It changed my life. When they introduced me to their patented hair analysis program, I immediately saw why I was losing my hair. Through their microscopic examination, I saw Gray's sickly scalp. I had no circulation. The hair follicles themselves were caked and clogged with a dirty, oily sludge. I was so relieved. Finally, there was hope. So now, after 6 years on the Regenix program, my scalp is pink and clean, and my hair is growing back. It makes so much sense. Don't wait. Call Regenix right now. Pick up the phone and put an end to your worries. Start by calling 1-800-REGENIX. That's 1-800-REGENIX, or go to Regenix.com.
How old is the roof on your home? If it's over 15 years old, how much longer will it last before the leaks begin? Think about the damage. Then think about this. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears to get your roofing done right. And if you call Sears right now, you'll save $500. Just call 1-888-749-4455. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors install a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance. And you'll save $500 if you call right now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation. That's 888-749-4455. Hurry, this offer ends soon. It's not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. So if you need a new roof, call Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. 888-749-4455. That's 1-888-749-4455.
Quite often we find ourselves thinking we should have done things sooner.
I love that we took this vacation.
I know. We should have done this a long time ago.
Sooner is just better than later. And now you don't have to wait till later to own the car of your dreams. Thanks to a surprisingly affordable certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz. And with exceptional 1.99% financing on select models, now through April 30th, that dream is more attainable than ever. Each of our certified pre-owned vehicles undergoes an exhaustive process of analysis, inspection, and reconditioning until it meets the uncompromising standards of a Mercedes-Benz. Plus, every one is available with an optional extended limited warranty for up to 7 years or 135,000 total vehicle miles. And now, with 3 months of Sirius XM satellite radio. And your certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz is available only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. Visit today for exceptional financing.
What kind of fool am I, who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one.
Is this the man himself, Mr. Bojangles? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Sammy Davis Jr., guys, welcome back to the PM Show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. We'll link with your link to the movies coming up next segment, guys, so don't miss it. Also joining me now for this segment, the man himself, Will Link.
I'm here. I'm in the big seat now. I'm in the big.
yeah.
What happened to Larry?
We vacated the Larry. Now we're playing Where's Larry?
We've been for a while. We've been talking about a coup on this show.
We
where,
pulled it
where
off.
me and
yeah.
Eric would push Larry and Nancy out, and we'd be running things.
It was kind of an unexpected coup, but yeah, we're
It was.
here.
It
Yes,
was. It played right into our plan.
I do want to talk to our man here on the line. We do have Gary. Hey, Gary, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, everything's going just fine. Thank you very much.
Hey, so what's going on? You got any questions for the show? Or
what did you say?
You got any questions, Larry? Gary? Sorry, buddy.
And remember, Larry and Nancy have left.
That's right. We're answering this in the third person.
So we can answer for
Alrighty.
them.
I have a question for Larry Manetti. Larry, when you started out as an actor, did you get paid a little much, unlike the veteran actors who get paid a lot?
Oh, okay. That's it. So payroll questions here from Gary.
I mean, we'll have to get the answer, but I think what Larry would say is that, obviously you're starting out, you kind of have to, you got to earn your place.
You take what you get.
Yeah, and over time, by the time you get onto like Magnum and stuff, you're doing better for yourself.
Now, Gary, I think a more appropriate question would be to call in on Thursday. If you ask Robert Conrad on the PM Show with Mr. Robert Conrad, I think he will give you a very definitive answer to that question about Larry's salary when he first started off. I feel pretty confident in that.
Yep, but in the meantime, I'm going to send you a photo album of Charlotte Ray on Facebook because yesterday was her 87th birthday.
Wow, Gary, you are the TV historian, buddy, and thanks so much for calling into the show.
Yep, make sure you tell them and then I said hi.
I sure will, buddy. All right.
He's always on top of things with TV. We don't talk, we talk about like in terms with like Gary and Larry. We don't talk about a lot of TV as much because I'm always talking movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like what do you watch? What do you watch, Eric?
I'll be honest with you. I definitely watch Walking Dead. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan.
I'm a big fan as well.
Yeah, big fan of Walking Dead. I actually like to find some really I'm really into this TV show, this British sitcom called the IT Crowd. I don't know if you've.
You know what? I've never seen it, but I've heard amazing things. Chris O'Dowd, who's a big movie star now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very entertaining. So for TV viewers out there, definitely it's great A+ TV.
I watch all the HBO, so I'm a big Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game
fan,
of Thrones, yeah.
They had a
Breaking Bad.
That's AMC, but Breaking Bad's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I like Breaking Bad as well. I'm a big fan of that. Well, I got some news here. Matthew McConaughey, Dallas Buyers Club. Apparently they're going to buy Focus Features. Focus, of course, has brought us a number of kind of, I guess, more indie type of films.
Yeah, they're kind of like an indie division of some of the bigger companies. And stuff like that.
So they'll shuttle money over to Focus and help produce some of these not lower budget films, but independent stuff. So Matthew McConaughey now, as part of his, he's acquired Dallas Buyers Club, and now I guess he's looking at picking up Focus Features.
Yeah, that'd be.
Or vice versa. No, vice versa.
Yeah, his new film got acquired by Focus.
Oh, so Focus is going to be putting together Dallas Buyers Club.
Let me tell you something about McConaughey.
Well, I didn't get that. I have no idea.
It's a new film of his. This is weird to say, we're in like a Matthew McConaughey renaissance.
This is a Matthew McConaughey
We really are,
renaissance,
because last year he had Magic Mike and he had this movie Killer Joe, which he was phenomenal in. I feel like he's getting away from doing all those safe romantic comedies and doing some challenging stuff.
I'm kind of interested to see how he develops. Matthew McConaughey, of course, always a big fan of Matthew McConaughey.
He's such an interesting guy, too. I love hearing him tell stories. I heard this great story about McConaughey, actually.
Yeah.
That he was in a Whole Foods, and he had just worked out, and he wasn't wearing a shirt, because McConaughey doesn't need to wear a shirt. This is what he does. So he was in the Whole Foods shopping, and a fan came over and started talking to him, and the manager of the Whole Foods came over and said, excuse me, you have to put on a shirt. If you're going to shop, you have to put on a shirt. So the fan said, hey, Matthew McConaughey, I have this hoodie. You could put my hoodie on. And McConaughey's all right. And he puts it on.
All right.
And he shops, leaves with the guy's hoodie.
Okay.
Years later, this
same
fan runs into McConaughey at a party and goes, McConaughey,
where's my sweater, dude?
Yeah, he said, you took my sweatshirt. You took my hoodie. And McConaughey goes, I remember this. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Goes out to his car. He had it in his car for years.
Are you kidding me?
That's the kind of guy McConaughey is.
Obsessive compulsive. He's got the sweater in his car for years.
He just wore that every time he was done working out. He had to go to a supermarket or something.
That's unbelievable.
A crazy story.
That is so unbelievable. Just as equally unbelievable is a story that Sylvester Stallone is actually putting together Expendables 3. I thought it was after Expendables 2. I thought it was done.
I thought the Expendables had everything they had to say.
I think
they said it all.
They expended every resource.
Well,
apparently not though.
They want to have Wesley Snipes in it.
Oh,
fresh out of jail.
Absolutely, fresh out of prison for federal tax evasion. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Gonna have him in. Stallone mentioned, and it looks like he's getting some Australian director, Patrick Hughes, to direct it, but there was talk that Stallone wanted Mel Gibson to direct it. He had put those feelers out there. I guess Mel wasn't taking the bait, but
no.
he's, as for all his antics, for lack of a better word, he's a terrific director.
No, absolutely. I was
going
to say, I mean, from Passion of the Christ to Expendables 3, I couldn't see that leap down. It's a bit of a drop off.
Braveheart, Passion of the Christ, Apocalypto,
Expendables 3. Yeah, I couldn't see that one happening. Dodgeball 2, of course, you're a big Dodgeball fan, the original film.
That was a fun film.
That was a great film. Maybe not a 2 thumb up film, but definitely good family
Definitely
fun.
worth seeing.
Yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
a movie worth seeing. I'm curious. It seems like we're pretty far removed from the first Dodgeball.
It's been a while, hasn't it been? We're looking at like 12, 13 years, I'm guessing.
It's got to be.
It's the whole South Park, during the South Park, the peak of the South Park era is when they came out with Dodgeball. So it's quite a long time ago.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
St. Vincent de Van Nuys. Have you heard about this one?
Big cast, I know, for it.
Yeah.
Oh, your man Chris O'Dowd from the IT crowd.
Chris O'Dowd from the IT crowd, yeah.
Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah.
And
Always
he's
a fan.
another guy.
He's an enigma.
The stories you hear about Bill Murray are always the best. I mean, have you heard how he shows up at frat parties?
I've heard that out of nowhere.
Yeah, and he's just walking down.
And he brings
the
like a 12-pack of beer. Yeah,
and then he does the dishes when it's over. He used to. I don't know if he does, but the legend about him is he used to walk up to people in the city. He'd put his hands behind their eyes and go, "Guess who?"
Guess who?
And then they'd turn around and go, "They'll never believe you," and he'd walk off.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Bill Murray.
He's amazing. It doesn't get better than him.
Guys, stick around. More great stuff. If you appreciated Will this segment, fear not. We got more Will Link coming up with the movie report.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to it.
No, and what are we talking about?
We're going to be talking Oblivion.
Oh, yeah. Oblivion. Tom Cruise. He's got Suri. Now he's got Oblivion.
Yeah, exactly. What more could he want?
What more could he want? Guys, stick around. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, this is Larry Manetti. I played Rick on Magnum P.I. This winter, you've got to escape to Hawaii and stay at the Hilton Hawaiian Village Waikiki Beach Resort. Come lounge by your choice of 5 beautiful sparkling swimming pools. Surf or swim on Waikiki's whitest white sandy beach. Enjoy water sports at Duke Kahanamoku Lagoon. Visit the shops. Dine at any one of Hilton Hawaiian Village's favorite restaurants and watch awesome fireworks on Friday nights. Hilton Hawaiian Village is Waikiki's only true destination resort. With more of everything, folks, book today at HiltonHawaiianVillage.com or see your travel agency. And don't forget to say, Rick sent me. Hi, folks. This is Larry Manetti. And many of you out there suffer from skin problems. Well, I've been telling you for months how to solve that problem. It's called Herpanicin. It's the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out. It gets rid of all kinds of acne on your back, your neck, your face, so you can feel and you could look like a movie star. Herpanicin is a natural supplement. It was created by Dr. Wayne Diamond and his staff, and trust me, this really works. I've been on these supplements for over a year now and never had a problem. There is no reason in the world to wake up and be afraid to look in the mirror. You trust Larry. Just try it. Call 888-467-4200. 888-467-4200.
And now, with the Manetti Movie Report, here's our own Will Link.
Thank you. Although I realize with with Larry and Nancy gone, I'm turning to no one and thanking them. But I thank you, Eric.
Thank you very much.
For
I appreciate
sticking around for the movie.
I appreciate your appreciation. Yeah.
So I saw Oblivion.
Yes.
#1 movie in America. Big film.
The shots I've seen and the previews I've seen look great. Amazing imagery and everything.
And I'll tell you what, visually, this movie is stunning. When I lead with that, you know there are going to be some problems down the road. But visually, it's phenomenal. It takes place on a post-apocalyptic Earth, and there are great shots of like destroyed football stadiums and the Empire State Building, and it's all the CG is seamless. It's from the director Joseph Kosinski, who did Tron Legacy, which is another film that I would lead with by saying it's visually stunning, but then is kind of empty. And this film, it's a tough film to talk about without completely spoiling, because there are lots of twists. Basically, in the future, we're attacked by aliens, and we beat them, but Earth is destroyed and uninhabitable, so the Earthlings have moved to Titan, the moon of Saturn, and Tom Cruise is part of the cleanup crew, like kind of the last team on Earth, kind of him and this woman he's with, who he has a relationship with. They're kind of the last two Earthlings cleaning up the mess before they leave for Titan.
Interesting.
But the film is very vague about things. It's almost too vague. Like,
now, as a science fiction nerd that I am, I really don't like when things are vague like that. You have to give me details, man.
And then you also know, well, if you're being vague about this, you know something's coming, so it doesn't really come as a surprise.
Okay.
He talks a lot about how he had to have his memory wipe, although they never really say why he had to have his memory wipe, but his memory was wiped.
Okay.
So he has no real recollection of what happened during this war. So that's your first clue that something mysterious is up.
Yeah.
And from there, it kind of just takes all these tropes from different sci-fi movies and kind of mixes them together, and they don't quite connect. I mean, you watch and be like, oh, that's from The Matrix. Oh, that's from Planet of the Apes. Like, for example, there's a area that they're not allowed to go to because they say it's radioactive, and that reminded me so much about like the Forbidden Zone.
Oh yeah, the Forbidden Zone.
And
absolutely.
eventually, when he does run into a mysterious group of humans led by Morgan Freeman, of course, is like, don't go into that Forbidden Zone because you won't like what you see, which is practically a line from another sci-fi movie, you know? And that's the other problem. When the mystery, and if you do want to see it, I don't want to spoil some of the things that do happen, but when he does meet this other band of humans and he finds out maybe there's more to this alien invasion that happened than we thought, you never get to know that group of humans.
Okay.
And that's a big problem, because in a movie where they're fighting for humanity,
you want to know who the heroes are.
You want to get to know the humans that are being fought for. And at one point, there's like a speech given to all these like this ragtag group of humans, and you never know any of them. You never get to know any of them, so it's hard to care. It's hard to care about humanity surviving.
There's like 30 of them, and you can't care about them.
Yeah, I mean, and that is a problem. And then there were other sequences in which it's like, well, why don't you just tell Tom Cruise this right away, his character Jack? Why don't you tell him? No, they keep it like this vague mystery, and then they go to different locations and tell him, and you felt like it was like, oh, we just want to have this scene in the ruins of the Empire State Building and not have it in a boring locale.
Interesting.
And it's so, honestly, I wasn't all that thrilled with the film overall.
Oh, so
it was a little disappointing.
So visually stunning, but again, as far as like watchability and maybe even watching it a second time, I know sometimes when I really like a movie, I watch it a second time, third time. None of that.
Yeah, you're good with one viewing this. You know, this one, you're good with one viewing.
So all those hopes of like a deeper meaning with this film, you're not going to get too much with
No, they don't, because honestly, I think at the end it's kind of shallow. It's kind of shallow.
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise also, by the way, his character's name is Jack. I feel like he plays a character named Jack, and like he just had Jack Reacher. I was watching A Few Good Men. I believe his name's Jack in that. He always plays a Jack.
He's playing Jack.
It's got to be something in his contract.
I wonder if it is. You know, I hear the National Enquirer says he's abandoning Scientology. is what the National Enquirer is reporting.
Well,
So-
maybe that'll mean he's in a better film. Maybe he'll find better
hopefully
work.
so.
Well, hey, hopefully that's right, too.
So I'm not even going to ask you how many thumbs up for this one, but a lot of good stuff coming up soon.
A lot of good stuff
coming
up soon. You know what? I wanted to mention one smaller film, though, that is out there right now. There's this movie, The Place Beyond the Pines, with Ryan Gosling and Bradley Cooper. Two terrific actors. It's been expanding over the past few weeks. And it's a really interesting film about fathers and sons. It's basically 3 stories, and Ryan Gosling is in the first one, and his storyline is pretty flawless. I'm a huge fan of Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
I think practically everybody is now, especially the ladies. Gosling is great in this. It's by this guy Derek Cinephant, who did this movie Blue Valentine a few years back.
Okay.
And he's very good at creating these really real and natural relationships. And this film really excels with those. I mean, you really buy all the fathers and sons. Everyone feels so real in this.
Now, is this something we might see maybe at the Oscars this year, possibly?
You know what?
Like that?
It could be. It could be. There's definitely some worthy performances
Good
in
performances
it,
in this one.
including by Gosling, who I'm a huge fan of. And he's got a big movie coming out this summer, because you were about to mention new movies. He's got this movie coming out called Only God Forgives, which I'm very excited
I like the
for.
title already,
it's
man.
It's kind of a kick-ass title.
Sounds like a kick-ass kind of movie. So this one was The Place Beyond the Pines?
The Place Beyond the Pines.
Oh, good.
It opened up everywhere last weekend, and after a limited run, and you should go see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, be sure to check it out. Of course, if you want to check out Oblivion, support the arts, support your local movie theater, and go buy some tickets and popcorn. Guys, we'll be back right after this commercial break.
We've got much more.
Absolutely. Right after these messages, right here on the PM Show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. And we'll link.
How old is the roof on your home? If it's over 15 years old, how much longer will it last before the leaks begin? Think about the damage. Then think about this. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears to get your roofing done right. And if you call Sears right now, you'll save $500. Just call 1-888-749-4455. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors install a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance. And you'll save $500 if you call right now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation. That's 888-749-4455. Hurry, this offer ends soon. It's not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. So if you need a new roof, call Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. 888-749-4455. That's 1-888-749-4455.
Hi, this is Joe Mantegna. Every time my Uncle Willie tells me about his service in Patton's Third Army in World War II, I'm reminded of what we owe the U.S. Army. 14 generations of American soldiers who have courageously defended our nation. Their stories represent the best of America and should never be forgotten. Join me to help build the National Museum of the United States Army, a long overdue tribute to all American soldiers. To learn more, visit armyhistory.org.
Listen, if you're considering buying hardwood flooring, don't do anything until you've written down this number and received your free Lumber Liquidators catalog.
The flooring was high quality with an unbeatable price tag.
Call in the next 10 minutes to get your free catalog.
What I bought at Lumber Liquidators is of vastly higher quality than flooring I had installed 6 years ago, and for a fraction of the cost.
So if you want great hardwood flooring at unbeatable prices, trust Lumber Liquidators. We buy direct from the mills. Call right now to get our flooring guide and catalog absolutely free. It's filled with top-quality hardwood flooring, including solid hardwoods, laminates, and bamboos, and even Bellawood pre-finished flooring with a 100-year transferable warranty. The same floor Bob Vila has in his home. This free catalog is full of tips, ideas, and our flooring project list to make your buying decisions easy. Hurry, call right now to get a copy of this free guide and catalog. Call 800-542-0122 to get your free copy now. 800-542-0122. 800-542-0122.
Larry Manetti's favorite deli is Cavaretta's Italian Deli at 22045 Sherman Way in Canoga Park, California. Shop Cavaretta's Italian Deli for cold cuts, homemade cannolis, meatballs, lasagna, marinara sauce, and much, much more. Cavaretta's is open 7 days a week and has been voted the best sandwich shop by Fox 11 Television for 3 years in a row. Cavaretta's Deli in Canoga Park, the same owner, 28 years. Go to cavarettasdeli.com.
All right, music director Tomas, what are we playing now, buddy?
A little Ellington music by Ted Howe.
Ah, Ted Howe doing some Duke Ellington, and that's swing, baby. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. This is the PM Show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. Will Link sitting in with me, filling in for the MIA Manettis.
Yeah, who knows where they went?
Where's Larry? That's where.
Well, you know what? I think Larry would want me to tell you. I think he'd want me to tell you about Herpanison.
Herpanison, that's right.
He's always raving about it. He's always talking about, you take it, it cleans you out from the inside, it cleans your skin.
Yeah, and it's all natural.
It's all natural.
Vegetarian caps. So if if you're vegetarian, you're on a restrictive diet, you could do that. And guys, as Larry would tell you, it works. The guy uses it himself. He actually gives me dirty looks when if I say anything about it. He says, no, this is the real deal. So coming from Larry, it's the real deal.
I know.
Herpanison.
Larry's the guy to trust with this
stuff.
So.
Herpanison.com. And I believe is there a phone number?
You know what? I was looking on this.
The one thing that Larry can commit to memory, it's
the
this
one
phone
thing
number.
he remembers is the number. It doesn't seem to be on the container. But you know what? You
can't miss it.
You look up Herpanison online. You'll find it. It's good. It's great stuff.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. This is a live read from Will Link here.
Exactly.
We were talking about movies during the break. We're talking about, of course, superhero movies. Iceman, not so much a superhero movie, though. This is about Richard Kuklinski, the notorious contract killer.
The contract killer.
Contract killer finally arrested. This is it's going to be really good, I think.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see that.
James Franco. You talk about resurgence.
By the way, James Franco is involved with everything.
He's involved with everything.
He comes out in he's in every film. He's on soap operas.
Yeah. Is he on soap operas? Really, you seen on cameo?
No, he's done. He's done
so
General
funny.
Hospital.
Oh, that's so funny.
Because he just thought it'd be something interesting to do.
It'd be fun to do.
That's a great life that you could just be like, I think it'd be interesting for me to now I'm going to teach some course at some college. I'm just going to go do that.
Well, the Iceman, it's going to have James Franco, Winona Ryder joining the cast on that as well.
I always like Winona Ryder.
I've always been a big Winona
I've always
Ryder
been a big fan of hers.
Yeah.
Free Winona. Remember when she was arrested?
It was the underwear thing. Yeah, she was still in underwear. Yeah, very.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Well, and she's like such a high-profile actress. Why would she need to steal underwear? It's just entertainment.
Yeah, just to get a thrill.
She's doing it for fun.
Come on, we know. We all steal things just for a thrill, don't we?
Occasionally. Kiss of the Damned. This is a vampire movie, I guess. Maybe a little bit more sophisticated. I have yet to see any previews on this, but it's a lot of foreign actors, but looks like it's possibly going to be a more sophisticated vampire film than some of those other teeny bopper things that we've been seeing.
Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out on this one.
Yeah, Great Gatsby.
Now, The Great Gatsby, I'm very curious about.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
And I like DiCaprio. I'm a big fan. He was great in Django. We were just talking about Django off air, and he was great in that. But this Great Gatsby, I've read the book. It's a great book. I see the trailer. I don't remember so much action-packed in the book. This Great Gatsby is either going to be a really interesting mess or just a big mess.
Just a big horrible mess.
In about almost less than a month, I'll be reviewing that.
Well, what'd you think about J. Edgar, the Leonardo DiCaprio?
You know what? It had its moments, but again, we were talking about this last week. When a biopic tries to cover too much on someone's life, it gets muddled.
Oh, yeah.
And there was also some makeup issues with J. Edgar.
Trying to make the heartthrob Leonardo DiCaprio look like the mogul of J. Edgar Hoover. I guess that's a stretch. Yeah, kind of interesting. Guys, Will Link, thank you so much, man.
We did it without him.
We did it.
We managed.
The coup has taken place.
Hey, Eric, twang your magic twanger, Eric.
Hiya, kids. Hiya. Guys, if you missed any portion of the show, be sure to go to crntalk.com. You can download archives of all your favorite shows, including this one, the Will Link and Eric Hines, Larry Manetti show.
This is going to go down as a classic.
This is history. Who knows what's going to happen next week? There might be a coup for the coup.
That's true.
We'll have to find out.
Maybe we'll be gone.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, be sure to stick around. More great CRN programming coming up right after these messages.
which is most appropriate because that was your theme.